Hello everyone, in this video I will show you our new firmware for KinCony ALR board LoRa controller so that you can use Home Assistant, remote control your relay and monitor your sensor state by LoRa. And also we have made the firmware enable the Home Assistant mqtt auto discovery function so that you will be very easy to use this board, just plug in and plug to use. Okay, let's look at how it works and how to step by step download the firmware and use in Home Assistant. Okay, let's look at my computer. You can see we have created this topic in our phone. These are two ALR board. One is for the gateway for receiver and one is for transmit. Actually, they are same PCB hardware, just a different firmware. And you can see here that is ALR board. This have some details. If you want to use a plastic shoe, that is waterproof, you can see. And in this video, I have connected this DS18B20 temperature sensor, and that will be monitor the sensor state. And you can see this is display that will show the temperature and the LoRa package have sent and the signal quality. And how to, this is firmware download, and this is how to download by ESP downloader tool, and configure your mqtt block and configure for your load SSID and the password by this serial port debugger tool, and you can download this debugger tool. And at last you will see it will be listed on the Home Assistant device, and so that you can use this one. You can see control relay on and off, and analog input, and the temperature sensor, and the digital input. So you can see in our Home Assistant, this is the dashboard, and you can see the temperature I have detected. Okay, you can see this is relay for on and for off. This is controlled by the LoRa. Okay, let's look at the hardware details. And you can see we have two boards. This is ALR. The ALR, this is receiver board, and this is the transmit board. The transmit board usually installed outside of your room. This is installed in the room because we can let it begin work as a gateway. This is a LoRa gateway. So this will connect our load. You can see I have connected the ESP32 Wi-Fi antenna, but this board I have not connected Wi-Fi antenna because this board just get the temperature and get the sensor state, such as the analog sensor and the digital sensor. Just send the signal by the LoRa chip. You can see this LoRa module, the default is 433 MHz, and if you want to replace by other frequency, you can just replace this LoRa module. It's removable. So you can see this send the LoRa signal to this board, and this board receive it and post the data to mqtt block, just post to Home Assistant block, or you can post to your own cloud server, just mqtt cloud server. You can see this display have showed this board have connected with the mqtt block. This is installed in my Home Assistant on KinCony server 16. And this you can see the signal quality, and this is the package have received. This 60 times have received the package from this transmit board, and this is receive board. And you can see this also have a relay because we not use this relay, but this time in this case I use this relay. So when I turn on and turn off Home Assistant dashboard, just turn on turn off relay, it's this relay. So with this board will send signal to this board and control this relay on and off. And also you can see this have a DIP switch. You can see this DIP switch. It's 8-bit, and you can see every board have this DIP switch. So you just make sure you can see this on off just for 8-bit for the LoRa address. So this two board you just let this 1, 2, 3, 4 until 8. Let in the same position. You can see this number 1 is on, and this number 1 is on, and others all is off, and others all is off. So this two board will communication with each other. So if you change this button, you just change this button as same as this first board. So these two boards will communication with each other. So if you have a project many different ALR boards, so you just change this DIP position to set the same address. So these two boards will paired to use. Okay, this is the hardware details. And this board, because I'm testing now, so I want you to see the inside. Actually, in your project, you may install into this waterproof this box. This will be installed outside the room. And also, if you use this plastic shell, I think maybe you will use this antenna, this LoRa antenna, so that you can use this antenna, and you can see the antenna just goes through this one and this outside of this box. Okay. Also, you can install this antenna outside the box, no problem, because it's this enough for the line goes through this one. You can see this board I have put it here, and this board will send a signal to this board, and this board will send a signal to this board. And these two boards, the distance between I have tested in the open space that will have about 400 to 500 meters is okay. In future, if I have free time, I can test the distance and make a video toy. Okay, now you can see this two board. Let's concentrate in Home Assistant, and you can see this relay. You can see turn on, and this relay is turned on. You can see the red LED. If I turn off in Home Assistant, you can see this is off. Okay, this is the control relay on and off, and this is a temperature sensor. And you can see if I hold on this temperature sensor and pay attention to this DS18B20, you can see the value is up. The value is up. It's about now is about 29. You can see 29. And in our LoRa display, you can see this is 29 centigrade. So this is the feedback to Home Assistant. You can see this is 29. Okay, let's look at this 4-channel analog input. That range is 0 to 5 volt. So you can connect with many different analog sensors. Temperature sensor, humidity sensor, pressure sensor, water level sensor, and the pH value sensor, many sensors. Okay, let's test it. You can see now this all is 0 volt. Now I will use that cable. And now you can see this is analog 1, analog 2, 3, and 4. And this you can see this is 3.3 volt. So you can see I can use this analog 1, just connect this analog 1 to 3 volt, 3.3 volt. You can see just this way. And you can see my compute 3.5 volt. This you can change by yourself. You can adjust this voltage. Okay, let's test the second. This is A2, analog input 2. You can see this analog input 2. Okay, you can see the analog input 2 is changed, and this one you can see that is 3. When I change to 3 channel, you can see the display update, and 4. This is analog 4. Okay, 3 volt. This is update the analog sensor state, and you can see also you will see this D1. The D1 means digital input. So you can see I can use this digital input short here and short with ground. You can see this is GND, this is ground. So you can see I short. And now you will see this one. You can see the inward, that's the input state is become 1. So this is a triangle. And if I remove this cable, so you can see that will become 0. Because the LoRa will have some delay time, I need to process and monitor all state. So this is the remote controlling this relay and this sensor state remote to monitor. Okay, you can see now I have used a 12 volt. But if you use this board outside the room or maybe no power, so also you can use a battery. And you can see this is a battery, 12 volt battery. So if you use this battery, you can disconnect this power supply, and you can see I just connect with this battery. It's also 12 volt. So this board you can see, wait for it to start up. Okay, you can see this is startup. And now let's look at Home Assistant dashboard. You can see I can turn on. You can see the relay is on. I can turn off. You can see the relay is off. So this board also works with this battery. Okay, now let's look at how to download the firmware. And first, we will download this transmit board from the USB-C cable to your computer. You can see I can plug it here. And the second, we will download this receive board. And this receive board, you need to configure the mqtt and the LoRa information. And this board, you just download the firmware and make sure this DIP button is same as this one. Okay, let's download the firmware to transmit board firstly. And you can see you can download the firmware just from these two files. These two files you need to unzip, so you will find a bin file. This is transmit and this is receive. So I can use this downloader tool, ESP32 downloader tool. And I choose this chip ESP32 S3 because we designed it from S3 and choose USB and OK. In this window, you just need to choose this file you have downloaded and make sure your address is 0. So you can click this one and auto discover your compound, then click start. So it's very easy. This is for transmit board. Okay, now you can close it, and this transmit board is complete. And we can repower on of the board, let it can work, and also change the USB cable to the receive board. And I can remove it, and I repower on of this transmit board, just at here. And this USB cable, I will connect to my receive board, just at here. And next, I will show you how to download the firmware to receive board and how to use the Home Assistant auto discover function by this receive board. And we can back to Home Assistant dashboard. Now I can delete this ALR board. You can see I delete it. So now this ALR board, you can see no ALR board. Just is Home Assistant in your system. Just the first time we use ALR board. Okay, now you can see I can use this ESP downloader tool and also download the firmware for receive board and choose USB and OK. Okay, this time I select the receive board bin file and address is 0. And select this COM port because I changed another hardware, so maybe the COM port number is changed. You need to click this one and choose this auto discovered and click start. Okay, I can close it, and now I will repower on of my receive board. You can see repower on of the board and connect again. And now I will use the third-party debug tool to configure the information. You can see you can download this tool, just this tool. You can see you download by this file. I have already downloaded, so you can see I can click it and choose the component and open, and you will see this board is waiting for your configuration because the board don't know where is MQTT broke and where is Wi-Fi state. So you can see, copy this JSON file, just at here, this JSON file. So that will be easy to understand. So you can replace the Wi-Fi name as yourself, the password as yourself, and the MQTT broke IP address, and the MQTT port, and the MQTT username and MQTT password. So this is root information, and this is MQTT information about your home assistant. And you can see here is my MQTT broke information, and you can see configuration. So I'm using this MQTT username and the password, so that I use this username and password. You just need to replace by yourself, not use my password and MQTT username. And the port, you can see I use 1883, this MQTT default port. You can see just this part is this part. So we can back to this third part. So just copy and paste at here. So you can see, paste at here. I have already pasted at here. This needed to send to our board. So you can see if I can click send. You can see this board will be restart. And after restart, you can see we'll get the IP address from your load. And this is begun running. So just this one step, send this message by yourself. Okay, we can close it. Never use this again. And now we can go back to Home Assistant, and you can see the setting and the device Okay, you can see this is auto discovered, our ALR board. This is by the MQTT. So you can see it's very simple and easy to use. And you can see I can just click, and you can see I can turn on relay. Okay, and this is feedback the temperature, and turn off relay. You just need to add this to dashboard. You can create a dashboard, and you just add this sensor and add this relay to dashboard, such as click setting, and you can see the dashboard. I can create a new dashboard that called KinCony ALR. Okay, great. And now you can see the left window. You can see the KinCony ALR board. We can go to this device, and the ALR, and add to this to dashboard. The dashboard, select you created this KinCony ALR, click next, add to dashboard. And this sensor also can add to dashboard, and select the ALR and next, and add to dashboard. Okay, let's look at here the KinCony ALR. You will see this dashboard have displayed. So now you can use this relay and this analog input and this temperature sensor and this digital input in your home assistant. You can create automation and create the long distance device, maybe in your farm and maybe outside your house and very long distance. So just put a LoRa terminal board at a far place, so you can use home assistant. Okay, this maybe will help you make some LoRa project. Okay, thanks for watching.